Hi friends, welcome back. This is Navina. We are going to continue just this D block elements property. This video is going to talk about this oxidation states of the D block element. Normally, what is about the oxidation state? What is the speciality of the oxidation state in the D block element? The speciality is nothing but the variety. It has a variety of oxidation state. See, sorry, it has a variety of oxidation state. See here, from 2 plus to 7 plus it has. Okay, see, this is due to the involvement of the n minus 1 d orbital in the chemical bonding in addition to the ns orbital electrons. Okay, so the why it is having a variety of oxidation state? It has a variety of oxidation state because of the involvement of electrons of n minus 1 d orbital in addition to the ns electrons. Okay, so normally all the elements outermost valence electrons will be participating in the bonding, but here we all know that in the d block elements the inner d orbitals electrons also participate, and because of this what happens, we have a variable oxidation state. So from when we in this we are going to talk about this 3D series. Okay, so when we talk here, what happens from scandium to manganese? When we go from scandium to manganese, the number of oxidation state increases. Okay, it increases from 2 to 7. And we can also say that the manganese is having a maximum oxidation state of 7 in the 3D series. But when we say for the overall D block element, osmium will have a maximum oxidation state with the +8 configuration, +8 oxidation state. Okay, and here it has manganese has a maximum number of oxidation state. But when we go from iron to zinc, what happens? The number of oxidation state abruptly decreases. So why it is getting increased and why it is getting decreased? We all know the answer. This is because of the increase in the number of unpaired electron, and here what happens? The unpaired electron number decreases because of the pairing effect. Okay, because of the pairing effect. Yes. So what happens from iron to zinc? The electrons get paired up, and since the electron gets paired up, what happens? The involvement of electron in the bonding gets decreased, and therefore the number of oxidation state also decreases. Okay, so here we have to talk another thing also. See here, the common oxidation state for this 3D elements are +2 and +3. Yes, the most of the elements are having +2 oxidation state, and the most of the elements are having +3 oxidation state, except 2. One is a scandium and the other one is a zinc. Scandium never has a +2 oxidation state because it is unstable in nature. Similarly, zinc also will never have +3 oxidation state because it is also very unstable. Okay, and we can also say why it is unstable. I'll just explain it a little later. See here, we can also say that the extreme ends, we can see that the extreme ends having less oxidation state. For example, scandium, titanium, copper and zinc are having a less oxidation state. Why? This is because of the fewer number of electrons for the chemical bonding. Okay, here we have only D1 configuration, which is having only 1 electron for the involvement of bonding, and here we have only D2 configuration, which is in addition of 2 s electron, it has only 4 electrons for bonding, and here also we have D10 S1. Okay, so it is having S1 D10 or S2 D9. Here it is having S2, and D10 is not at all possible to remove. Yes. So here what happens, we have only fewer number of electrons, either due to the less atomic number, or it is due to the more atomic number which is being paired up, and therefore less electrons for bonding. Okay, so now we are going to see why this scandium is not having +2 oxidation state and why the zinc is not having and +3 oxidation state. And we also going to see that this titanium, among these oxidation states of titanium, +4 oxidation state of titanium is a stable oxidation state than +2 and +3. Why? Okay, this we are going to see here. See, this is the scandium's electronic configuration, which is having 4s2 3d1, and for scandium 2 plus, the outermost electrons will get removed first and then the inner electrons. So accordingly, which will be the outermost orbital? The 4s orbital will be the outermost orbital, and those electrons will be get removed first and then only the 3d electrons will get removed. Okay, and here what happens for scandium 2 plus, we have only one electron in the d orbital, and this one electron is not paired up, and which is obviously what happens, it is being very reactive, and hence scandium 2 plus is unstable. And what happens, scandium 3 plus will be the stable oxidation state for scandium, which is having D0 configuration. Similarly for titanium, this is the titanium's electronic configuration. If it is going to be 2 plus, it has only 2 unpaired electrons in the d orbital. If it is going to be 3 plus, it is having only 1 d electron in the outermost orbital, 3d electrons. And here what happens, titanium 4 plus will have D0 configuration, and hence it is a stable configuration than 2 plus and 3 plus, because it is having an unpaired electron, and which will be very reactive. Okay, then similarly for zinc, we all know that it is a completely filled orbital. What happens, it has 3d10 and 4s2 configuration, 3d10 3d10 and 4s2 configuration. It is not possible to remove an electron from the d configuration, and therefore 2 electrons can be removed. Okay, and therefore zinc 3 plus is not at all possible. Yes, so because of this only, scandium will never have +3 configuration. Titanium's +4 configuration is very stable configuration than +2 and +3, and zinc will never have +3 configuration. Okay, and then we are going to compare the transition elements and the non-transition elements. So here this oxidation states of the transition elements will get differed by 1. Okay, see here, you can see the oxidation state is getting differed by 1. So +2, +3, +4, +5. The difference between two oxidation state for an element is going to be only 1. Okay, but when we see for other elements, for p block example, for other p block element like nitrogen family, for nitrogen the oxidation state will be +3 or -3, but for phosphorus it can be +5. Yes, because of the extension of the d orbital. Yes, so here there is a difference in the oxidation state will be 2. Okay, and also the other difference here is the heavier metals in the same group. Okay, the heavier metals in the same group. For example, when I take this chromium, which is a D4 configuration, chromium, molybdenum, tungsten, if the +6 configuration will be stable for, that is the higher oxidation state will be stable for the lower members, heavier members. Okay, but for this p block elements or other non-transition elements, if you are going to take for carbon family, let's take for carbon family, the carbon to lead. Okay, yes, lead will have a stable oxidation state as +2 oxidation state, but carbon will have +4 oxidation state. This is because of the inert pair effect. Yes, we have learnt about that, inert pair effect. Yes, okay, and here this chromium +6 will be acting as a strong oxidizing agent, and therefore that will not be very stable oxidation state for chromium. But for manganese +6 and tungsten +6 oxidation state, it will be very stable oxidation state for, sorry, not for manganese, it is for molybdenum. I am very sorry, it is molybdenum. Okay, for molybdenum and tungsten, the +6 oxidation state will be a stable oxidation state. So we can say that the heavier members have a higher oxidation state as a stable oxidation state, but for non-transition elements, the heavier members have a lower oxidation state as a stable oxidation state. Okay, I hope it will be okay for you, these explanation. If you have any doubts, you can please ask me through the comment box, and thank you for your time. Thank you. Bye. R. Navina Karthik.